Well, hello, my friend or friends. Today, I'm going to address an issue. The issue is that, I am so poor, I cannot afford icons. So, therefore, I don't have a prayer corner. Now, first of all, that is a very horrible excuse for not having the need to pray, excuses for not praying, and also not having a prayer corner. So, by the way, I want you guys to see this thing here. This is literally a poster card I got from the monastery, and you could probably get something off your calendar in your parish and frame it. But I know a lot of people are going to cry about, oh my god, the frame is freaking $8. Um, so today we're going to learn, if you follow my directions correctly, how to make an icon under 20 minutes. Obviously, in the last video, people were complaining about how difficult it is. Oh, you're doing it because you've done it for so long. No, we're going to use a method that is way more simpler than last time, and also definitely cost you under $5. Okay. Now you need wood and paper. That's it. Now the paper, I suggest if you have a desk jet, okay, or something you know, like some $10 stuff you got off Facebook Marketplace, you'll need paper that's 26 pounds and higher. 26 pound is perfect. Nothing below that. Okay, sometimes 24 would actually work, but 26 is actually perfect. You don't want anything too much. Okay, definitely not more than 28 because your printer is not going to be handle it. You're going to stretch out your print head, and it's not going to be able to print normal stuff correctly. Now we have a laser jet, okay, uh, which is way better. This is the parish's computer we bought just to literally just to print icons. So we use presentation paper and we use matte presentation paper. Okay, do not use gloss; it looks horrible. So I would use matte. With that said, you're all set. And also you need a piece of wood. This is a 4x6. The last video we did 5.5 by 7.5, or now I got 5.7, 5x7 that is perfectly cut. These wood are made by people who makes icon wood professionally. You don't need this. You can go to Dollar Tree and get, I don't know about 4.6, but you can get 5.7 for sure. That costs you around $1.25. Okay. Only problem with those is that your edges are going to be rough. You're going to have to file it for a little bit. But hey, it's what it is. Okay, these pieces put together cost us like $2 to $3 per piece, so it's a little bit more. It's professionally cut. So, what else are here? Or you can go to a local lumber place. I'm pretty sure they've got to have some sort of 4.6 or 5.7. Okay, the reason why I say 4.6, 5.7 because those are common dimensions that your printer could print. We're at 8.10. You can also get 8.10 at the store. It's a little bit more expensive. Okay, so now let's look at my folder. Okay, obviously I've already finished it and you're about to see how I make this, but I want you to listen to everything I say because trust me, the more you listen now, the less time you'll spend later. Here, how do I share this? Here, let's share the screen. Okay, this is my icon folder. Full disclosure, a lot of the authors of the icons are alive. Okay. Um, I don't, our parish, we do not sell uh, icons that are authored by people who are still alive. Okay. Um, or I mean, it's not an ethical, obviously not an ethical thing to do. It's better if you support these people. But there are some icons, such as these. Okay, these are traditional icons. You can print, you can do whatever you want with it. I do obviously print all sorts of stuff, and it's because it's for myself. Okay, and everything I got here, I got it from Pinterest. It's all open source. Okay, I don't sell these things. I will put the link of everything I have in the description of this video here. Again, everything is open source, and I don't print all this stuff because it's impossible to print all these stuff. This is just the stuff I like, and I use it on presentations, and I just, for the sake of collecting them. Okay. Now, whatever you decide to do, you use your best judgment. Okay. So we're printing 4.6. Obviously, we want something configured for 4.6. Everything on here is configured for most stuff is 4.6, 8.10, or 5.7. Obviously, today we used St. George. Okay, can print, click 5.7. As you can see, actually, this is configured for 4.6, I believe. Okay, you can see everything's perfect, right? No part of the saint is cut off. It's okay to have parts of the saint being cut off. Okay, for example, here, I think St. Gregory of Nyssa here is probably the perfect cause. Let's try this. So 4.6. Okay, it's not going to work. Why? Because the name of the saint is cut off. 5.7 is perfect. Okay, nothing wrong with 5.7. 8.10 is also perfect. Nothing is cut off. What cannot be cut off are fingers of the saint, name of the saint, obviously halo. Okay, the halos obviously can't be cut off. And I think this is from Holy Cross Monastery. So full page, the crown is cut off. No, definitely not good. Halo's cut off. 4.6, name is cut off. Crown's cut off. Okay, halo can't be cut off. Also, if the saint is holding a Bible or the Gospels or scrolls, those cannot be cut off, including if they're holding a cross. Okay, so at this point, all you do is now, obviously we already did it, and you can do two at the same time. So this Theotokos here, we can select two at the same time. You select your dimension. Make sure you have the right sort of paper, okay, or else it's not going to print correct size. Standard quality is fine, and then you click print. Then you're going to go outside or go somewhere, and you're going to cut the image out. I don't need to teach you how to use scissors. And that'd be all. Again, I do not make any or attempts to make any sort of profit with icons that are written by people who are still alive, okay, who we can trace their authors, and I suggest everybody support those people. But I will leave this folder open to everybody. It is all open source. I do not pirate anything. Everything I just grab out Pinterest because I like it. Okay, I like collecting them in my folder. I just like them. They look good. I will see you outside in the next clip.
We're going to finish the St. George icon. Okay. For those of you who watched my other video, my first video doing it, what I did with sealing and laminating it is that we glued the image onto the wood, and then we used brush sealers. We're going to do something differently just to make it easy for everyone, because this is actually going to be way easier. We have these spray sealers. So any type of acrylic spray sealer is going to work. So this is the satin finish. You can also look for matte or gloss finish. You do not want to use high shine because that will ruin your paper. Okay. I'm going to shake a little bit. Oops. And apply once and twice. That will be all. And just when it's about to be cured and dried, we are going to apply it onto the wood. And I'll see you guys at the table. Cool, folks. I think it's perfect time for us to start on the next part of the video, which is the lamination of the icon. So we can see the sealer is about to dry up, and it's about perfect time that we start talking about some of the other things. Obviously, the wood here is already painted. Okay. So a couple tips. When you're painting, obviously keep the direction of the brush consistent. Also, don't be doing this. Oh, oops. Didn't mean to do that. Okay. Oops. So definitely don't be doing this, because when you do that, you won't know if you get the paint onto your shirt, and if you're using acrylic, most likely you are using acrylic. Acrylic bonds to fabric, so you're not going to be able to wash it off. If you do get it on yourself, definitely wash it off immediately. And you got rubbing alcohol or something that'll get it off. Put it in the washer, right? So I've done it for so long that I kind of know not to splash it on myself. Okay, the color I do have a brand that I recommend would be the Deco Art Americana. Okay, reason why I recommend this is it's very thin and it dries very fast. This piece of wood took me about 10 minutes to dry. Okay, so it's very ideal if you want to make it quick. So the color that I'm using here is the what is it here? It's the burgundy, deep burgundy, right? I do recommend grape wine too, because you'll get this, right? Here's the color contrast between the two here. I personally like the burgundy. That's why I'm out of it. Excuse me, the grape wine. If you like some sort of like dark brown, reddish look, this is perfect for you. I don't like actual brown because it just looks very disgusting. Okay, now let's go ahead and finish this. Now, about the sealer. So when the spray sealers are nice, and you really can't tell if there's any sealers on here, which is good. Okay, it looks very clean. Unlike, obviously the brush type looks very shiny. Sometimes you'll be able to, you got to do it very carefully or else you're going to see brush marks. But I promise you, with this type of sealers, it works very well. You don't have to worry about, your pre-spraying a bunch of holy water on there. And I promise you it's fully waterproof. Okay. And yes, please make sure that that you spray it before you put it onto the wood. Okay, the reason for that is if you don't and you get Mod Podge or the glue on there, it's going to look really bad. I'm going to show you guys what I mean in a second, if it happens. So this is very important here. You don't want any bubbles or wrinkles, right, in your icon. So notice what I'm doing here. I'm applying a very, very thin layer, okay, and it works. And I want to apply it across the whole surface, okay. That way it's even, and don't worry about it. It's, these Mod Podge multi-purpose glues, they'll dry up and become sealer material anyways. Now we're just going to throw the icon on there. Okay, gives you a little bit of wiggle room here. Make sure we're kind of even, and that's about it. Okay, we didn't. Here's the part that you don't want to get the brush on the brush glue onto the. Although they're all Mod Podge, you don't want to get it on the sprayed image because it's going to stain. So if you glue it onto the wood first, you're more likely to have residue once you spray it, right? So you're just going to grab some paper towel and make sure you get the side clean, okay? And use a different side every time you do this. There you go. And that's about it. You see we got a little bit up top here. You can kind of just get rid of that. And there you go. That's an icon of St. George. That took me around 20 minutes. Okay, and I know it's, in the beginning, obviously you want to smoothen it out a little bit. I do have a piece of glass here. Now, if you want, I have a piece of glass, and I also have a piece of, what is this? This is some sort of acrylic sheet. Now, if you want to flatten it a little bit, you can do that. Or put something heavy on it for a little bit, okay? In this case, we don't need it because it's very thin below that. So every part is perfectly glued together. or else you're going to get a bunch of bubbles in the image and you might or might not be able to smoothen it out. You definitely can't smoothen it out if you are on thinner paper, right? That's why I'm telling you guys to use thicker paper. Also, we didn't use this type of brush sealer, and it obviously saved a lot of time, and this is totally fine, right? It's totally waterproof. With brush sealers, once you apply it, it also can create a bunch of bubbles because it kind of grabs the paper off the layers of the papers off each other. So we got a very cheap and easily made icon here. Okay, now let's go through all the materials we used here. Okay, I got a little cup with 2 brushes in here. Each brush, I mean, this is like, you can get like 3 brushes at Dollar Tree for like $2, right? Mod Podge, doesn't matter what base glue you use. These cost like $5 to $7, depends on your size. To buy one of these, cost around like $10. It's cheaper online. You can find some other brands. As long as it's acrylic, it's okay. A piece of wood like this cost around $2 because we ordered these from somebody who makes icon wood professionally. If you guys want, okay, you can totally go to the Dollar Tree and get one of these pieces of wood. It's 5.5 by 7.5. Okay, just a little bit bigger than 5 by 7, which is the usual size. And it totally works. It's around $1.25. Okay, so what are we looking at here? We're looking at a piece of wood that's either $1 to $2. We'll just say it's $2. Okay, a sheet of paper, which is a few cents, some glue, right? Some ink, and a little bit of sealer spray in there. You're looking at $3 to $4 for a piece of icon, depending on the size you make. Okay, and how many times you mess up. I don't think it's that hard to mess this up. So yes, $3 to $4 for a piece of icon. Okay, you can have it blessed, or you can do, okay, a little bit of holy oil. Just rub it around the side here. Okay, it's up to you, whatever you like to do, but there is no excuse for not having a prayer corner. Okay, you don't need that many icons, right? A few icons, icon of Christ, like an icon of Theotokos. There's no excuse for not having a prayer corner, okay, because of icons. And I literally demonstrated that to you, right? And by the way, look at these. I made these, okay, all of these, in less than an hour. So there's no excuse for you to not have a prayer corner. That said, God bless. Give a like if this video helped you.